Hey, folks, just a friendly reminder that all shows on the Madness Comic Network are produced by their individual hosts and in no way reflect the opinions of the network as a whole. The statements in the following broadcast are not necessarily the opinions of the Madness Comic Network, its staff, sponsors, or contributors. This show is rated TVMA, as are all of them and all those other letters. Viewer discretion is highly advised, and, just do what Doc says. Read that again. Peace, everybody. Hey, yo, y'all know me, Pops Van Zandt from the Madness Comic Network. The Madness Comic Network coming to Roku. You can check out our preview channel right there, right now. Look, we're bringing all of our content to Roku. I'm excited. You should be, too. A shout out to Hart Fisher at the American Horse Channel, baby. Woo! You know what's up.
Flip City Magazine is just really pulling out all the stops, man. Your guys' production value of this magazine has gone insane. I mean, look at that. I mean, I remember when you guys, it was black and white. Even when it was black and white, I thought your quality was great. But damn, they just really stepping it up a notch. Look at this. James Corbett, boys. James Corbett.
Genuinely cutting. But also funny, and obviously just chaotic and very fun.
I love Flip City. It has brought new types of badassery and integrity to the print medium.
getting you there. Critical path logistics, getting you done, getting you there.
The Madness Comic Network and comic-related madness proudly presents Madness Tuesday Morning Brew. Tune in to our content on Comic Talk with Pops Van Zandt on YouTube.
Happy Tuesday. Can't even talk. Jeez, I'm going to try that. Hey, good morning. It's me, your hostess with the hottest coffee around. I'm Laurie Calcaterra, and I am here on the Tuesday Morning Brew. Yeah, it's been a fun time this week. It's only Tuesday, and I have no idea what's going on. But it's great. It's great. It's great. So this morning we had some excitement. I just want to this thing. So you know how you always go to bed and you're like, yeah, I have backers, and you wake up to a cancellation. Those of you who run Kickstarters, you know this happens, right? I couldn't believe it, but one of the people that backed the homemade book had backed out of the homemade book, and I was kind of wondering about this because this was a first time backer to Path, and they grabbed the spot. But you know, I'm always asking people what color they want, what color, and this person never answered me after like 3 or 4 tries. So I was like, I don't know if they're serious or not, right? And so when they dropped out of it today, I was like, oh my gosh, someone backed out of it. Go get it. Go get it. And, you know, like 20 minutes later, someone had gotten it. So sorry to say that homemade book is now back out of back, but we're going to do my book, so don't worry. But we did break 5,000. That's amazing. So let's look. What did I do? I can't. Nope. Stretch goals. We're not quite at 100 backers, so we still have to unlock that. But oh, we're gonna do the bear pins. I'm so excited. Yeah, I have to. Yeah, this is gonna be a lot of fun. So, ta-da! We've unlocked that. Next, I didn't even put goals for anything higher than this. So, if we get to 5,500, I'll just have to figure something out. But anyway, if you haven't been to Path of the Pale Rider, trade paperback campaign, 56 hours to go, means Thursday at 7 p.m. Sunday is when this closes out. So go shop and go see what you like. I think 8 backers, we can definitely hit that and unlock the next poker card, which is really what I want, because I want to build this poker deck until it's done. It would be so cool. You went on the wrong show. Oh. Yeah. Hello, everybody. Good morning, Lee. Good morning, Hugo. I'm packing your books right now for issue 4. Hey, Grey Wolf. Chad. Curses, you nerd. Good morning, Lou. Lou here and Lou here. Good morning. Devil's Air. Good morning, man. Corissa again. We all love Corissa. Come on. And Mr. Klingeman this morning, Mr. Big, shaking his fist at the time zones. That is what's going on. I'm not sure who this is, but good morning, Facebook user. So anyway, so that's enough about me. I've been packing books for issue 4. I think I got like maybe 20 people left. it's not much. So I'll be able to get those out in the next couple days. The only thing I can't fulfill are the Choose Your Own Adventures and the metal covers. We're still figuring out the Choose Your Own Adventures. I'm going to order those from probably Comics Wellspring this week, end of this week. And then the metal covers where we're already resolving. So all that stuff should be out pretty quick. And then we're going to turn around and fulfill this bad boy pretty quick too, because again, all the art is done. We just have to order the books, wait for the books to come in, and then I'll be fulfilling those too. And then I can start on issue number 5. And I'm so excited for you guys to read issue 5 because that one is nuts. So anyway, you know what's awesome? I love everybody. What's this? Let's see if my comments. Oh, there you go, Keith. Yeah, it's you. Yes, it was you that said this morning. Good morning, and from Facebook user. You have too many accounts, sir. That's what happens. And then, of course, I was oh, hey, DJ. Good morning. Nerd. All right, you guys. Let's bring in our guest today. If you don't know her, you've been living under a rock. She's the reigning champion of the Tuesday Morning Brew, has been on more than everybody else, and I think probably combined anybody that's a returning guest. So I'm gonna play. She actually has an intro video. You believe that? She does. It's great. Let's play it. But now we're gonna have some fun. Let's bring in our guest, Corissa Grant, too. Well, hello.
Hello.
Anyway, the lady of the hour, of course, is Corissa Grant. Hi, good morning. Hi. How are you? Waving hand. Corissa, good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm fantastic. How are you?
You said that while you weren't looking at camera, so I think it's not true. When you're like, for those of you who aren't familiar with Corissa Grant, I don't know, what is this, your 4th time, 5th time on the show? 6th time, 12th time? Corissa, hello, good morning.
Hi.
I'm gonna bring her on. Corissa. Hi. Good morning. How are you?
I'm good.
Friend and co-host today. Surprised you are listed as co-host today. Corissa Grant. Hi, Bessie. How are you? Good morning.
Woo! I'm good. I'm ready for my campaign to end.
I love how I just left it in. I'm ready for my campaign to end because that's like where you live.
My eternal words is I can't wait till this is over so I can start again.
That's pretty much where you are right now, right? I mean, let's go look. Here, we'll share this tab.
Oh, and for those asking about which plushie, it is the skeleton bird this time. So,
oh, is it?
Yeah. He's here. He's on the campaign. I think I've sold the most of these. Oh, my pillows are upstairs. My salamander's sold out, which is by the person that wanted it to begin with. So I was like, okay, cool. Yeah, there's my skeleton bird.
What's your guest name again? It's like I should say it because that's how I always greet you. As like Corissa Grant. Hi,
and
how are you?
I don't have this to plug later, so missed opportunity.
Yeah, but you're always Kickstartering, so I love having you on the show because A, we just get to hang out for 2 hours and subject everybody to our madness, and B, we can show off whatever you're working on, which is issues 1 through 9.
Yeah. I just got pages yesterday for 15, so he's like 4. I was like, it's all right. I'm like a year ahead, so take your time.
Didn't Jonas like go on vacation and you're
He's
still
going
like
for a month and April 13th, I think he's gone for a month. So I'm not excited to not get pages. My wallet's excited to skip a month. That's a long time.
Oh my goodness.
The coffee. I don't drink coffee. Can I make tea?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you can have tea.
The worthy chaos. It could be just like a chaotic of every flavor ever just thrown in.
Well, and I mean, like, you've been on the show enough. We've talked about just about everything, but that's a great thing that we have not discussed is when you have so much merch. And I mean, like, if you guys have not, we'll go through this campaign, so you guys can see all the amazing stuff that she has. But how do you stay cutting edge with your stuff because it's like you're always doing something new and
I
interesting.
still
and
have 60% more. What you see is 40% of what I have. There's 60% more that I just don't want to. I'm too lazy to put on there, and I don't want 100 tiers.
Oh, that's because Kickstarter, you have to like start from the beginning,
Oh,
and
it's so obnoxious. It's
you
so
can't just copy and
frustrating. But I
paste.
have more 3D statues. I have like 4 more different coins. I have the I'm looking at the pipe cleaner Anubis, which I haven't decided if I'm going to sell or not. I have the Hellhound 3D printed that I haven't done yet. I have this one's going to be on the next one, I think. The little I call him the Chihuahua Anubis, but he's all because I really wanted a jointed 3D one.
Yeah,
So he's got all little. He actually
he
sits
looks
up.
like
I'm
the
really
Taco Bell Chihuahua.
Yeah,
the Chalupa.
yeah, and if you've seen Chad's dog, so I've been calling him Newt too because he looks just like Chad's dog.
Yeah, it definitely looks like Chad's dog.
Yeah. That's actually why I bought it. When I saw it, I was like, Chad's dog, I want it. So yeah, but yeah, I mean, I have tons of shit, man. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I just buy things I want. I have a new plushie, the collectible edition plushies, the one that are handmade. It's
I thought you were gonna. I'm sorry.
Yeah. No, he's well, I showed you a picture, right? Did I show you a picture yesterday?
I think so.
Yeah.
Maybe.
He looks it's kind of like the Hellhound, but a cuter version of Anubis. So he's got a little headdress on and everything, since we talked about the headdress.
The headdress, yeah.
Yeah, and for anyone that doesn't know, my Anubis, well, half the Anubises came in. Anubis.
Anubis.
So my Anubises came in 2 days ago in a giant box, but I'm waiting for the other half because there's 2 boxes.
You want to open them at the same time to just double check your merch?
I opened, so they split up. So I had 50 with the foam staff, because people wanted it. I don't really like the foam staff, but people liked it, so I bought 50 of those. But I bought 50 of the ones with the 3D staff because I love the 3D staff. And I'm just excited to have them. However, I did order a sample for the cat counterpart Bassett, but I don't know if I'm gonna actually buy them or not. I just really wanted the sample, so we'll see.
Yeah, didn't she say they were like double?
Like, okay, when I it's not because the prices went up, because that would be more understandable.
Yeah,
they were like, it's more complicated. I was like, have you seen Anubis's legs? How is it more complicated? Yeah. It's Anubis with boobs and a tail and straight legs. Like, it should be easier.
Maybe it's the tail.
I don't know, but I told them that I'm not ordering more unless they lower the price, because I'm not. And it's not that it's not a good price. It's there's two things to it. One, it's double. But I mean, the second thing is, I don't know if she'll be as popular as Anubis. Anubis is like super popular both in mythology and in the story. She's not really like, she's not really a main character, probably until maybe series 2, if I do series 2. So I don't know. We'll see, but I just wanted her, so I bought a sample. So I thought she would be cool to have. But maybe with her, what I might do, if I consider doing it, is doing a Kickstarter just for her, and then if there's enough to pay for it, I'll order. If not, I didn't lose any money on it. And that's not like me. Usually I buy everything ahead of time. She's just not a main character like Anubis is.
I get it. I get it. Like,
yeah,
I don't want to spend, the money to get 50 and then people buy one.
Yeah.
And you're like,
I kind of want to buy more Chatties though. He's in the next campaign. I love Chatty. I think he's so adorable. His little wings have wires in them, so you can bend them all over the place. His tail has wire in it, so you can wrap him around. His little fingers closed.
I think he's in different colors.
Actually, funny story. You can pre-order him in any 2 colors you want. So yeah, co-writer Jessica has a Halloween version. She has the orange and black.
Cool.
So I'll probably post that as a pre-order. That'll be a pre-order because it'll take a while. But
Just
yeah,
to make
Chatty
me
is
complicated.
my he's such a cute little side character. He'll be April 29th is the next Kickstarter.
Okay.
So he'll be there. I didn't want to put him up for sale until he's in the comic. So I figure he's in the comic in issue 10. So.
I forget where we are sometimes in the story because I script supervise.
You know it all, yeah.
Right. And it's like I still want them physically, but I've read up until, wherever we are. And then hey Ryan. But it makes me laugh because I'm like, wait, what do you mean he's not in the story yet? Like
yeah.
Chatty's been around for a long time.
Yeah, it feels like it.
Yeah.
Someone's like, "Did you add him just for a marketing ploy?" And I was like, "Kind of."
No.
Like, I really wanted him. But the plushie didn't hurt. I wanted the plushie. But I wanted. I'm gonna be completely honest with you, and I think this way is better. So kudos to my card or whatever. I wanted a mini dragon, and she's like, "There's no dragons in the story." I was like, "I have a dragon in the story," but there's no dragon in the story. But then this was more creative because he's a chameleon vampire bat, so it's a little bit creepier and a little bit more unique than a little dragon. But
no one is watching March Madness. Sorry, Ryan, we're nerds. Own it for marketing purposes. No, just wait. When you guys read the story with Chatty, and I'm not going to spoil Chatty, but he is super cute, and you will love him immediately because I did.
He's adorable.
So you will.
You would not think that a chameleon bat would be adorable, but he's adorable.
So cute.
And he talks with the squeaking, and I love him. And he's so emotional in what is it, issue 15 because he's trying to go after Seraphine and can't reach her and gets all sad. But yeah,
spoilers.
This is a chameleon bat. He gets sad. But yeah. I did not plan to. He was not planned to be a new main character, but now he's just too cute not to have.
It's just what happens sometimes. You just put him in. No crying on this show. Oh, you haven't been on this show enough. I don't think we've ever had anybody cry on the show. We've definitely dismembered a few fruits and vegetables, but that's about it.
Yeah,
I think they probably cry. The watermelon is still growing in my backyard, by the way.
Yeah, yeah, he is better than the rat, though. I agree.
I think he's definitely. I know you were like on the fence about discontinuing. What's the rat's name?
Apollo.
Yeah, but I was like,
he's in the prequel, and
does he talk?
No,
we don't care. He's a rat.
I really wouldn't know how to go about the talking rat thing. I think that would freak out Draven. He would just chop it in half. So
right?
Really
hey, there you go. You just wrote.
Fuck is that thing?
You just write the ending right there of Apollo. Like Apollo's like, oh, and by the way, slice.
Yeah. So non-positive.
Oh no, you can't. That's my house. Get out of my house.
No, stalker. But yeah, I mean, I like Apollo. He's in the prequel, and he's cute and everything. But yeah, it's I do like Chatty more. So I couldn't decide who I wanted in series 3 because series 3 could have been either one of them. Ryan is
definitely not
who is Ryan?
Come on, Glenn. Are you serious?
No. Everyone knows.
The chat's funny today. They're funny.
They think they're
but here's the thing. I think that the animals, they really showcase Sarah, her love of all things and just wanting to nurture, and because there's Apollo and there's Chatty, but there could be others. And she just, if it's in need or she needs to help, she just does. And
yeah, in series
I needed that.
My stuffed rat is probably more intelligent, but
then lose
X's usually aren't very intelligent. Yeah, Sarah, the only other we switched things around from the story because originally the Hellhound was hers. But it was way later in the spin-off, and when I was writing the spin-off, I was also starting the comics. So they kind of coincided. I was like, I really want the Hellhound in the story.
Yeah.
And he should technically be there. But there's no way for Seraphina to get, in the line of sight of a hellhound, and again Draven not killing it. So it just wound up that he was playing fetch with Anubis, and I was like, well, that's adorable. So,
And it is.
Yeah, it
We're
really
all
is.
like,
That was not
what?
planned. Yeah, that was not planned at all. Even my co-writer didn't know that was in there. I just wrote it into the script, and when it was to see it drawn out, and I was like, "That's adorable!" Like I
It
need
was so funny. They're like, why is the big dog playing
Oh,
fetch?
why
with
is the
dog?
why is the big walking dog playing fetch with the little dog? I wanted to say why is Goofy playing with Pluto, but I didn't want to get
Yes.
like,
Yeah. Why is the
huge.
talking dog playing with the non-talking dog?
Yeah.
Like, what's going on here? But still funny.
That's why he said, "Oh, it reminds me of that cartoon." But
yeah,
yeah. Sometimes you just can't say things you want to say.
I know.
So it was supposed to be hers originally, but it worked out better this way. And there's another, but it's only short-lived. In series 3, there's a saber-toothed tiger. But that's more complicated to explain.
A zombie one?
No, it's she's in a magical library and they jump through books. And there was there's a saber-toothed tiger caught in a pit, and Draven's like, just leave it there. And she's like, nah. So they all like run.
You know
So
what I
she like
mean?
pushes the log in so it can climb up, and they're like, run, and then it like tackles her, but then of course it's like,
It probably licks her face like, thank you.
yeah, and then Draven of course also wants to kill it. So it's just like Draven will just kill anything he sees, and Seraphina's like, no, it's fine.
It's good.
I
Leave it
swear, I
alone.
can see Seraphina like taking a zombie as a pet, being like, it's fine. But
It's just her bleeding heart, man. It's so funny.
I know she was
look at the
worth it
lamb.
as a teenager. Yeah,
It was Clarissa Starling, wasn't her name?
yeah, Starling. Yeah,
Hi, Carrie.
Clarice.
Yeah, we knew what you.
Clarice, right?
Clarice Starling, right?
Clarissa explains it all. That was my entire name in 8th grade. It wasn't Clarissa, it was Clarissa explains it all. And fortunately I was a class clown and I just went with it, but that was kind of frustrating that they just called me the entitled. I purposely did not. I never seen the show, not even once. I know she's Sabrina, that's all I know, but I've never seen the show. So, but I am a smart ass that will explain anything at any time, so it's not that it doesn't fit, but it's not Clarissa. Technically, the way my parents pronounce it, it sounds like there's a U. Corissa. It's Corissa. Yeah. I don't know. I was supposed to be Jennifer, so there's a leap.
There's a what?
There's a leap. I was supposed to be Jennifer, and she saw a commercial that said Corissa or something like it, and she didn't know how to spell it, so she's just like, while she was pregnant, she saw a commercial for Corissa.
Introducing the women's tag team indie comics champions of the world. Thank you. I just had to say it like that.
Jump off the side of the wrestling ring, or
yeah. No, we tag each other in when bad stuff happens. I'm like, let me at him. Tag me in.
Yeah, kill him with fire is pretty.
My favorite was when you were like, shovel time. Get in the hole.
That's I'm gonna get a shirt that says shovel time. Actually,
my
my
we
new
need to make our own gifs. It's shovel time.
Absolutely.
And it's me standing there with a shovel next to a hole, like, get in.
Fire. Kill it with fire.
You're done. Get in.
Kick him in. Kick him in the hole.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's a good t-shirt. I've thought of a lot of good t-shirts in the last week. We were watching Tremors, and there's a line from there that fits me so well. The guy says, you got to always plan ahead. He says, you got to plan ahead. So later on in the movie, the Kevin Bacon character, what is it, Val or whatever, said, yeah, we plan ahead so we don't have to do anything now. And I was like, that sounds like me.
Yeah, that's what I want. I just want
I'm a procrastinator. I have yet to begin to procrastinate. So that's how bad I am.
Yet to begin to procrastinate?
I have yet to begin to procrastinate, which means I haven't even gotten to the procrastinating part. So yeah, which is not as true for the only time it's not true is my fulfillment, because I hate waiting. I'm lazy for everything else, and that's why I shock myself when I'm wrapping each one individually, because I'm like, I hate gift wrapping. I'm lazy as can be, but I gotta have a gift wrap. So I don't know.
No, I'm with you though. When it comes to fulfillment, I'm like, it just gotta go. Like I would just I'm usually like 3 days and done. You know what I mean? If I have all my stuff, it's just like get it in the box and get it out of here because it's taking up room and I want everybody to have their things. And then, we're usually working on something else by that point. So it's like, here you go. Here you go. Come on for the next one. We're not stopping. We're going.
Last campaign, I felt guilty because
I took you like an extra week or something.
I took an extra 24 hours.
Oh my God. Corissa, no.
I ended Thursday night and I had Friday off. So I had planned to start packing on Friday. And then I realized that normally I start making those boxes the last week, but I forgot. So I was making the boxes on that Friday. So I didn't ship any. And then Saturday came and I didn't even start till 11. So technically then everything went out Saturday night and Sunday. So yeah, I was
Your
later
post
than
office
usual.
is open on Saturday?
You can drop in the boxes.
Oh.
Yeah.
I usually wait until Monday and drop.
No, well, the only reason why I don't do that is because they'll ship out sooner if they get there before 11. And if I can't get there before 11 on a Monday, then it won't ship. But the only time I can't do that is when there's insurance and I buy insurance on any of the plushies or anything that I'd have to remake or pay for or anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like waiting. It's always on, except my damn taxes, which I have not done yet.
An extra 24 hours. Ooh, that's cancellation material.
I know, it was awful. John made fun of me the whole time because John's like, Chris is apologizing for being. The one group was a week late. Remember, because the printer printed them wrong, so it took like a week for the title you bought, I think, to go out. Right, the Victor, the cover.
Oh, I bought the
No, not this time. The last time you bought the Victor title, right? Didn't you? So it was delayed a week because it had the wrong material for the cover.
Oh,
so that one. So those were a week late. And I had to apologize and send free stickers. And John's like, she's apologizing for a week when it takes us like months to get our stuff.
I know. I'm like, and then there's me where I'm like, my stuff is still printing.
I know your fans don't care. They back it whether they got their stuff or not. And I'm like,
man, I want to be completely fulfilled on this one and the next one before we launch number 5 because I'm so tired of running a Kickstarter and fulfilling at the same time. It's too much. So I love you guys, but we're not going to launch 5 until it's all done because gosh, it's just terrible. Carrie,
I'm not popular enough to have all that shipping.
Stop. Is the whiskey?
If I was like Rob Latari, who has like he has Snowpaw Live now, he has like already 431 backers.
I saw that. I saw that.
A little bit different.
And like when we're talking to Rob
last night.
Yeah. It was insane. I was like, how do you get that many people to even know about your stuff?
Yeah.
But again, he's been doing this a lot longer than we have.
5 years he's been doing it.
Yeah. And he was like, this is my 12th Kickstarter. And I'm like, okay. So it's hard to beat yourself up when you're on number 4, where 5. But I mean, still, you've been. It's not just the number of Kickstarters.
Yeah, it's the time.
It's the time.
Yeah.
And you've just put out so many issues in a short amount of time. He's been doing it for 5 years and has done 12. You know what I mean?
His way is smarter.
Huh?
His way is smarter.
But I mean, everybody does it differently.
Well, because I didn't make the time to build the following because I wanted to see my books. So
you're like, I just want my books today.
Yeah. Now. So like you can most people, build the following and then release them. But I do everything ass backwards, and I got the backing and the books, and then I got some following. So yeah. But I'm okay with that. I think
the thing is with you is that because you are consistently producing, that you are going to outstrip us. The people that go slow like myself, where I do 2 campaigns, maybe I do 2 and maybe haven't fulfilled the 3rd one. So like 2, maybe 3 a year, but you are consistently producing. I just think that people, are going to be latching on and just going with you. You know what I mean? Because you're constantly on shows, you're constantly building your audience, you're constantly producing, and it's, you always fulfill and it's fast. So I think that you are going to outstrip us very soon. That's my prediction. And I would love to see that. Hey, man, do it.
An 80s style matcha. Yeah.
Oh, I wanted to address this, Carrie. Yeah, unfortunately, most of the merch I can't offer in the UK because I can't ship over there. So the international shipping is just for the books. The merch is for unfortunately, for the United States. People in the UK, not in the UK, in Canada can technically get it, but the shipping is expensive. But I'll do it. I know it's hard. Questioning your existence if I had to. I'd be questioning my existence if I had. Yeah, I mean, trust me, it's not. I mean, I just want to make sure everybody gets their stuff quickly and it's correct. Corissa, a week isn't bad. Yeah, I've commissioned art before and was waiting months and months, and I had to threaten contacting PayPal to get my money back. Yep,
Wow.
we've been there. At
She's
some
just-
point, you'll need RJ to keep the pace. This is probably true. We need an 80s style montage of Carissa's Kickstarters.
My video is kind of that. The summary section is kind of it's a very
Really?
80s style. We have an 80s we've been told we have 80s 90s style, and it's probably because just me
This
and my
one?
artists are old. The video has all the summary, so it's like a 3.5 minute video.
Is it the same one that we have as a sponsor video, or is it different?
I don't.
We have a 1 minute one, so let's play the long one. We were talking about it, so I'm going to play it.
Okay.
Because I need instant gratification. That is why. Woohoo!
That Anubis at the end will never not be my favorite.
I know he is really cool, isn't he? And I
Yeah.
remember when that lady made it for you, and you were just like, "Look at this!" And I was like, "Freaking
It was
amazing!"
free, like free, man. I would
Yeah.
have paid for that.
That's awesome when you just have people that are so excited about what you do. They're just like, can I do this for you? And it's like, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let me argue that one. So and thank you. She says mine looks awesome, which I appreciate.
Carrie, yeah. Oh, you haven't seen Corissa before? That's great. Welcome to Corissa Grant.
Yeah.
There's lots of stuff here.
Oh, and I did want to point out, thanks to Laurie stealing all my money. We have all new titles. So if you anyone
your money.
well earned. But we are changing the title so that Worthy Chaos is the main title. Since Worthy Chaos is the series and Redemption is more the arc of these 5 books. So if you want these titles, this will be the last chance to get them. So
yeah, once they're sold out, they'll be out of commission.
yeah. So I like back issues too. I'm redoing all of them. 1 through 12. Poor Laurie, man. I don't know how she puts up with me. She doesn't do it simple where she just like, let's change the title. No, she has to make all the colors match like some weird professional. I don't know what her problem is, but whatever.
I want it to look good.
Yeah.
I don't just want it to be like text. It's like, no, we got to build the layers and add the texture and,
yeah.
you know.
And I'm
it
like
has to
the
be
worst. I'm like the
interesting.
worst to ask which do you like better. I'm just like, I don't know which do you like
bad.
better. I'm awful.
There was at some point Corissa had just had enough. She's like, I don't know. And I was like, all right, well, let's take a break.
Yeah.
Like, let's not look at it until tomorrow. And then we'll figure something out. I was like, but as of right now, you hate it. And so we're just gonna like pretend it doesn't exist for
The
right
thing
now.
is she chose a nice professional font. And clearly I did not think that would fit. So I had to make her do them all over again. And she's like, you could have told me 6 issues ago. And I was like, my brain's slow. I don't know if
I thought it was like 9 issues ago. I had already done like, I think I had done 12 all the way down to 4.
Oh, 4.
Then you were like, this font for Redemption, I hate it. And I was like, all right.
It wasn't just Redemption I hated. I hated the other one because I was like, the nice professional.
Yeah. And then it was like, I hate it all. And I was like, okay, I just spent a day working on these. So we'll do it again.
But I think it turned out great. So.
Oh, they look fabulous. They do. And I'm so glad that you're happy with it at this point because that's really what it's about. Because it's like, there's no point in getting upset about it. I was like, we'll just do it until it's right.
I was like in tears. I told my husband.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I was like, I don't want to do this anymore. It's just like, okay. But yeah, so, because I don't know what, like, I know what I hate and I know what I like, but I don't know what I love until it's like, you know, so it just, I just was like, it wasn't
you.
It was like,
and then you were like, wait, I like this text, but I want it for Worthy Chaos, this font, because I had it for Redemption, and you were like,
well, because Worthy Chaos just looked so calm. It was this nice, professional, even, you know,
like, legible.
It's way, I was like, this is way too legible and neat.
And you were like, no, F it up, Laurie. And I was like,
yeah, fuck it up. Be me, don't be you. Do it wrong. And you did a fabulous job. And then like the colors, what comic book inspired me? The Crow.
Yeah, hold on a second. So Carissa's been on the show literally like 15 times. So we forget sometimes that people haven't seen you. And that we just gloss over her origin story and everything. So why don't you tell, you know, everybody, because there's quite a few people watching in case they haven't seen you before, you know, how this all started. Because Corissa and I mean, again, we go way back. So, but if you're new to Worthy Chaos, tell people how this all started.
Okay, so my inspiration for comics in general was Ghost Rider and The Crow. The Crow specifically was the first thing I pretty much ever read. And the Ghost Rider was the first comic book I, you know, ever picked up, single issues, whatever. But what drove this story was Resident Evil 2. I got obsessed with the freaking characters like some nerd loser. Not that nerds are losers, just me was the loser being a nerd. And I got obsessed with it. And after I saw the movie, see, this is a long, like, this is consequences. This is the actions of my, of what I went through. So after I got obsessed with Resident Evil, I saw the movie Stay Alive. And I went to look up the true facts of Bathory, Elizabeth Bathory. And I found the characters on roleplay. And I said, what the hell is roleplay?
Yeah.
And I was like, how is it not illegal to use their pictures? And they're like, oh, just pick a character. And I'm looking around my room and there's a giant cutout of Leon that I had fortunately been given to by my worshipers at the nerd stores. So I was like, I'll be Claire Redfield. So I role played as Claire Redfield for 15 years. And I started as a one-liner, which no one ever understands what that means. And I can't even picture it now being a one-liner. But because I wrote 7,000 words like 2 days ago for the ending of book 12, 13. So I wasn't very good at the very beginning. But yeah, and then I found this this story is really a mix of Resident Evil and Supernatural, and then you have Buffy and Silent Hill thrown in. So do you dress like her? I used to role play a lot. And I was at the last con and I wish I had dressed up like her. So I went searching and they do have her jacket for sale. And I was very tempted to buy that jacket. And it wasn't that expensive. It was a couple of hundred, but since she mentioned Resident Evil, I am going to show my Leon doll that I made. I had made. So this is Leon from Resident Evil 4. He's got the gun belt and the gun and the cool, which by the way, I'm putting this on Draven in book 3 because it's nice. So it's got the knife and the jacket. But anyway, I had this chick in Japan in the 90s make that for me. And let me just clarify that we didn't have Google in the 90s. So there was no translating. So it's like you send her a pic and she only makes one of them and she will never make it again. And she had, it was like $500 in the 90s. I don't know where the fuck I got that money. I have no idea where I got that money. But anyway, you hand over all this money with no guarantee you will get this item. So this is how stupid obsessive I was. So I ordered that. I sent her pictures. I don't speak Japanese. She doesn't speak any English, but I was like, this equals money. Go. And then I got it. I can't tell you how long it took. It was like 6 months. But I loved it and I still have it. And obviously, since I just showed you. But now I wish she could do my Draven. I have no idea where she is. I'm pretty sure this thing would have been like $2,000 today. But I would love to get Draven done. So absolutely. Draven is like a mix of the Crow, Leon, and Dean from Supernatural, like rolled into one. And of course, for anyone that doesn't know, Elliot from Leverage, which was the original inspiration of the background of my character. The whole assassin heart, stone heart, all that stuff.
So to kind of wrap up everything you just said, what inspired you for this comic story?
Everything.
Resident Evil.
Everything. Resident Evil, The Crow.
Supernatural. The Crow.
Yeah. Supernatural, Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Silent Hill, Evil Dead, all of that thrown in. And but The Crow I took out when I started my scripts. I remember grabbing it from the shelf and putting it next to me. And I looked through it for 4 seconds and was like, yeah, nothing's gonna look like that. So like The Crow is like one of the most amazing stories I've ever read. And I do have the James O'Barr signed my issue 1 and my trade paperback. He also has my issue 1. I don't know if he still has it, and I want to see him in April in Huntsville so I can give him the hardcover because that's harder to throw away. Give him the hardcover. But I was going to have him sign 2 issue 1s, one for my co-writer, one for me. So I had handed him 2, and he signs his stuff for free. Otherwise, it's $40, which to me is cheap.
Yeah.
So he signs one, and then he looks down at the other one. And he goes, "Is this for me?" And I was like, "Yes." I was like, "Yes."
Dang it!
Yes.
Should have brought another one.
I know. Well, I had a table. I could have literally ran and gotten the table that my husband was manning. There was literally no reason why I couldn't get another one done. But I my biggest regret of meeting him in person, and one of the reasons why I want to drive all the way the fuck back to Alabama, is I want him to do a cover for me. Like I've always wanted. I don't even care if it's a rough sketch of my characters. I want to have a cover done by him, and I have written his agent. I've written him. I've sent emails and everything, and cannot. How do I manage?
It's hard sometimes to get through. They just probably get so much correspondence.
I don't care. I'm just gonna keep doing it until he kills me. I always read the comments because I did 145 scheduled podcasts last year, and that's not including the ones that Pops dragged me on last minute, where he's like, "Come on," and I was like, "Okay." So I probably did over 160 last year, but I did 145 confirmed. They're getting less and less though because I'm running out. So I started my own non-show so that I.
It's hard to continually find new shows.
Yeah.
And then some of the
this time.
Yeah, and then some of the older shows go on hiatus. So or that you can't come back, for 6 months. So they're like, "No, we just had you, go do something else for 6 months and come back." So it just depends. So yeah, it gets hard. But I mean, that's why Corissa live streams every Monday now. So we don't talk about anything, but she's there, so you can catch up. And
I don't talk like you're supposed to. I don't show the Kickstarter for Laurie does everything right, and I'm supposed to follow what she does, but I do not. So I don't plug my own stuff during my non-show. And I don't know how long I'm gonna do that for. It was supposed to be started as a joke. And then Tom came, and I can't not do it if Tom's gonna come.
I know Tom loves your show. He loves
I don't know why. I literally just said as a joke, because he had a campaign with it was bringing in $15,000. I was like, it'd be cool to have Tom. I didn't know the guy. I was like, it'd be cool to have Tom on my show. So I sent him a link as a joke, not thinking he would come on. He comes on.
He'll come on. Anytime you send that man a link, he'll come on.
I had no idea. I literally have never talked to this guy in my life. I had no idea who the hell he was. So I sent him a link. He came on, and then I never thought he would ever speak to me ever again. I thought that was it. We talked. We had a 3-hour show. I think first time.
No. What happened is you talked about sharks, and then he was in. Tom is a cinemaphile. He loves movies. Good and bad. He'll watch them all. But he loves shark movies.
Apparently, because I've gotten all my shark movies from him. But the following week, I get this message at 5 to 8 saying, "Am I coming on?" And I was like, "What? Why would you want to? Why do you want to come on my show?"
Yes,
and he's like, link, and I was like, yeah, here you go. So normally it is Laurie, Chad, and I, though he's abandoning us next Monday. I know, the bastard.
Luncheon or something?
He's going on vacation. Like, what kind of excuse is that? Whatever.
I'll get to go on vacations.
I don't know how he's allowed to go on those, but
I don't know what vacation is. I just work all the time.
Yeah, my I'm trying to get a pinup for my artist to do for no reason whatsoever besides wasting money and wanting the pinup. But I was sending him an example of what I wanted from an amazing artist that posted theirs, and I was like, I kind of want it like that, but I want all these changes and all this stuff. And he's like, yeah, that's a lot less sexual. And I was like, yeah, it's a romantic thing. The other one's like ripping off their skirts, and I was like, we're not doing that. Nah. But I know my artist does love the he would do shots naked in a heartbeat. He's just like my brother. He just wants more perverted stuff. We don't do that here. But I know he would do it in a heartbeat. But yeah, we're going for romantic instead of more sexual.
Like, do you know who you work for?
Yeah. I like to do things that don't bring in as much money. Like, the sexualization would bring in way too much money, and it's kind of overpowering. So
it's all right.
Yeah, we'll do it that way. But I'm excited to see it. But I'm like, can you try to do that before you go away for a month? Because now I kind of want to see it. So we'll see if it's done. But he's gonna try to. He's probably gonna get the next. He'll probably get issue 15 done before he goes. So yeah,
That's cool. I'm sorry. I'm just scrolling. I'm shopping. I'm sorry. I've already shopped, but I haven't been on here since you launched. So I'm just looking again.
Yeah.
For those who haven't seen it, Corissa has 45 different tiers. How many tiers? 45?
30 something.
See, I'm not joking. I wasn't far.
Yeah.
So, but you just have to scroll and look and see what you want, because Corissa has some beautiful variants. And then sometimes she'll throw in cool stuff, because you get what's this Anubis necklace? That's super cool.
That's the wooden one. It's like wood, and then there's a resin center. This is really cool. I also have the metal one I've been playing with for the last, how long have I been on here? An hour?
Yeah, 56 minutes.
Who's counting? But yeah.
No, I just did on my screen so I can see.
And then we have
Anubis only, no comic with foam staff and sticker.
That's for, I got kind of made fun of for that, because they're like, are you selling plushies or comics? The reason why that is because I advertise in the Anubis groups, and some of them don't read comics. They just want it. But so far, almost all of them bought the comic. I think and then some of them bought, and I felt guilty about this, some of them bought that as a tier and then added all the add-ons. And I was just like,
you're like, you could have chose the other one.
Yeah. I was like, that works too.
Whatever works.
And then it was so funny because I had somebody last week say, "Oh, in the Anubis group, I'm gonna go buy it," and then I didn't get any pledges. So being the blunt person that I am, I went back.
You went back to them, and you were like,
I was like, did you have trouble finding it or something? And he goes, I only saw the comic. I was like, oh no, it's a tier. So he bought the tier, and then he bought every back issue there was. And I was like,
what is it? Okay.
Yeah, that works.
All right.
So I was very appreciative to that. He said it looked awesome, and I'm excited. So
yeah, I think sometimes they just have to go look again. It's there. Let me point you in the right direction. Anubis Legos with the cool stuff too.
Yeah.
I love this pen. I have one of these with the headdress, and he's super cool.
Oh yeah, those are pretty popular.
Metal trading cards. Oh, here's the metal one necklace.
Yep. It's bigger. It's pretty big. I was actually surprised how big it was when I got it. I was like, oh, that's what she said.
Anyway. Pre-order Anubis only 3D staff and sticker. Didn't we see this one, or is it different staff?
It's a 3D staff.
Foam staff.
It's foam. Yeah.
3D printed staff.
So the 3D printed staff is something we made separately from another company. So it's $10 to make. So I added the $10, but it's removable. The foam one is not. So you can actually, he's holding it here, and all you have to do is take off the little band. And then then you can cuddle him if you want to. But.
Yeah, not hit your face with a 3D printed Ankh axe. Cool.
Oh yeah, these things are huge.
Yeah, show off. It's giant. That is not what I thought it was going to be when you were like bookmarks, and I was like, that thing is like a tablecloth.
Yeah, it's huge. It is not, but it's just so much detail.
Yeah.
So yeah,
that's what I like about it, is that it's giant, but it's embroidered, so it's not it doesn't look janky and distorted because they made it big enough where you can see all the things, and they're so cute.
Yes, I do.
Hardcover, 222 pages, issues 1 through 7, and PDF.
Yep.
And again, this is we redid the titles on those as well. So once those are out of stock, those are collectible.
Yep. Right here. See?
I put you up. I do it again.
This is cover by Ken Hunt. Colored by, he worked on Batman, Superman, Harley Quinn. Colored by CC Dela Cruz, both the back, which everyone loves the back, which is also issue 4's cover, by the way, which is also available in the add-ons. There is a metal version, but I got too lazy and didn't add it. So if you like the metal version, you can let me know. I think they'll sell better at cons. I'm going to bring them to the con.
I've never sold a metal cover at a con. It's only been on Kickstarter. Yeah. I don't know. That would be gorgeous in metal. The issue 9 variant.
It's
That's
on
my
the
favorite
way.
one, man. I'm a big fan of the salamanders. As soon as I saw that they were coming out, I was like, "Wow!" I was like, "When
Yeah.
is this?" And she's like, "Not until issue 9." I'm like, "Oh,
Yeah, sorry.
so I got it now. I got it.
sorted
I'm
all
on
my
my
covers. So
Huh?
I sorted all my covers. So I have all the covers for up to issue 22. So all of book 3
Oh my
is
gosh,
got the variant covers done. So
dang lady! All 3 covers with signature and PDF. That's nice. Gotta have all the covers. Hardcover 1, issue number 9, and regular cover, buttons, and PDFs of all issues. So basically, it's a hybrid. So this one I like because you get the hardcover, which is 1 through 7. So if you've been following along, you get the hardcover. You probably have 8, and now you're getting 9, and then the
Yeah.
PDFs of everything just in case, which is good. Hardcover of book 1 includes 1 through 7 and printed issue 1. That's interesting with
yeah, a couple
PDFs.
people got that.
Really?
Yep.
That's weird because it's kind of redundant, but I guess having a number 1 floppy is
Well,
like
because
a
1
collectible.
is if it's gonna be I don't know if they're gonna be worth money, but I guess 1 is the collectible.
Yeah, that's
I
what
don't
I
know.
was thinking.
The-
All right, hardcover of issues 8 and 9. Yeah, is this a pretty popular one for
yeah.
people for like the catch-up tier?
Yep.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. So you get the hardcover. This is what I'm hoping to do for my campaigns as well. It's like you can get the trade for whatever previous issues and then, whatever 2
People
issues or
still buy
whatever.
the singles. They like the singles. But that's why I
Yeah.
didn't buy a lot. I don't buy a lot when I print because I don't know if people are going to buy singles or going to buy the hardcover. And I mean, the next
Yeah.
hardcover comes out in October. So
Yeah, that's hard to guess what people are going to want sometimes. Ooh, this 3D printed Anubis. You still got him?
yeah, this is the resin now. It used to be the filament. And then I thought I really liked that design and it was our design. So I kind of wanted to see if I could find someone to print them in resin. Because remember the other one, the teeth weren't as good. They had to be glued in and it just was. But in resin, it's great. And the staff is removable. So it's less a bane of my existence.
Yeah, to ship it in 2
Yeah.
pieces. You take the staff out because, oh my God, that would just be a nightmare.
Yeah.
Do. Here's another Anubis with the headdress. He's gorgeous.
Yes. I have that right here. They're actually pretty detailed and you can see the little hairs and stuff. But they are primed and ready to paint, but I just leave them unpainted. I like them. So you can do either.
I don't know if I would try to paint him or not. Here's a
I have
little
one
hill
pillow
here.
here. The other pillow is upstairs, but there's one pillow. So
The Anubis, yeah.
yeah, but the Hellhound's upstairs. I got too lazy to carry him down.
Oh, so okay, it's the pillow plushie, a sticker, and then the wooden necklace. That's cool.
Yeah.
Along with the comic. The Boyd. These birds crack me up when they just make their entrance in the story. I was like, what the?
They'll be back on the island too. They're giant on the island. They're even bigger in the
Oh,
island.
great.
Yeah, and I can't. Well, who cares? There's an alligator monster in book 2, and my colorists were upset that he
Why?
died because he's a monster.
Oh, okay.
So
Yeah, I
he'll be
know.
back.
I was like, what is this thing?
Yeah, so there's other versions of him on the island, and there's actually a character that joins them later that kind of looks like him too, only a smaller version because he wouldn't fit through doors. But what did we miss, or what did you miss?
What? Chad, pay attention, man. No, we're just talking about alligator monsters and how cool they are, and then the artist team was upset when he didn't make it. But I'm sure there's more because they're alligators. Ooh, Hellhound plushie. Is he still there, or did he go?
The Hellhound plushie is still available. The salamander is not.
Right. His tail's missing.
Look at the picture. This is
I know.
how big he is. I mean, he's
giant.
It sucks because his tail's awesome. It's just like in this story, he's got the little pointed.
Yeah.
So yeah, but he sold. I had only 3 made, and I knew who was gonna buy it. I kept one. My co-writer gets one, and then my friend who's a fellow groomer buys all of the plushies. So
Yeah.
if someone wants the pre-made chatty, it's gonna be sold because she's gonna go after it right away. So if you April,
Gotta get on there
29th,
fast, man.
yeah.
I
Yeah.
feel you. There's people get used to getting that certain exclusive.
Yeah.
Like it's the same thing with my Singularity, my brand new Funko, whatever the new one is. It's been the same person, and she fights for it now because everybody's gunning for it.
Yeah.
So if you want the brand new plushie, you got to get in there quick.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not
Anubis
9
is the
days
only
left.
one.
It's got to be like at launch.
Yeah.
That's how it goes. Hey, we got the zombie plushie. These are so cool. And then tell them what the number means on the back because that's
So-
ingenious.
Okay. All right. So
Oh no, here's trouble.
I'm on William's show next Wednesday.
Oh, cool.
This Wednesday.
Good
This
show.
Wednesday. So this is our zombie mental patient. He has these little straggly hairs that were in the book. So my
does he?
artist
It's
come
so
in.
cute.
Yeah, they're not in there. You can't see them in the picture, but
Yeah.
He has a working straitjacket. These come off. I don't recommend playing dress up with him, though. I am thinking of adding a Hawaiian shirt because I think it's funny, and for the island when they're on the island, and also maybe a cop shirt for book 3 because they go to they fight police. But anyway, the number, you can get any number you want on the back, and usually it's a birth date or something. And then you could put the birthday of anyone that drives you crazy on the back for the mental patient. The character in the number in the book, there's 2 numbers in the book in issue 8 and issue 9. One is my co-writer's and one is my husband's birthday. So what does that tell you?
That's funny.
Yeah. So and the funny part is they are adorable. I think they're adorable, but I did not expect my mother to. Yeah, Wednesday's tomorrow. Yeah, thank you, William. It'll be tomorrow.
You mean tomorrow? Well, yes, that's exactly
I know what
what I
today
mean.
is, and I barely do.
Yeah, I don't know what day it is half
yeah.
the time. The only reason
So
I
I
know is
will
because
say-
I'm on Tuesday morning brew.
Yeah. Tuesday morning.
Tuesday morning. It is
Yeah.
Tuesday morning.
Yeah. So I will say that all of these, the whole outfit is hand stained. He's got like bandages underneath the outfit, so you could see that's usually they're covered
Scars?
up. But yeah, he's got these
Cool.
scars. But they're all hand stained. My favorite part is my artist is like, or my creator, my plushy queen as I call her. She asked if I wanted working straitjacket with buckles that work, and I was like, "Duh! What kind of stupid question is that?"
You're like, yes, please.
Yeah, I was like, "Get it done." So yeah,
She's like, oh, okay.
I think there's only one left of the pre-made ones there. Someone
Yeah.
bought that here, and there's one left, and then you can pre-order them and get any number you want. So this is a random number, probably one from the book. But if you want your own number on the back, and I don't suggest using it as a voodoo doll, but I suppose you can. I've had like 4 people say it, so I'm like, oh, sure, why not? You can get it as a pre-order. So yeah,
You're like, sure, if that's what you want to do.
yeah, bring it on.
Ketchup tier. Oh, in the floppies, 1 through 9, printed and PDF.
Yeah,
Do people get? How many people got this one?
Which one's that?
The ketchup tier with the floppies.
2, I think. Like all the floppies.
Yeah.
I think 2. They're glutton for punishment and me shipping. Yeah.
I'm like, all right. Printed issue 9 and Lego set of characters. Which one of these is the new one? Is it Cameo?
All the characters. The only one that's not new is Anubis. I did all
Really?
the. Yeah, I never had Legos before. Oh, you're thinking of the creepy looking Legos.
Oh, the creepy looking Legos. Yeah, I was like,
I
didn't
would
you
love
have?
to
But we
sell
didn't
those.
like them.
I don't think anyone would buy those. They're just super creepy.
The weird nose on Draven. I was like, what?
It didn't help that they make them shiny. Like I think it would have been a tad better if it wasn't shiny. But what they do is they sculpt the character with clay for the Lego, which is a great idea, but not great execution. So and they weren't too expensive. They weren't like break the bank. So I'm glad I only bought 2.
Yeah. But these look legit. These look like legit Lego.
These are
I
Legos,
love
yeah.
Cameo's giant hat.
Well, the funny thing is, yeah, I know. I don't know if you could see it because I was stupid to put it on black, but
Here, show me.
he has she has the logo. See our logo?
Yeah.
And then he has a t-shirt of Anubis and Croc on there.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, but it was black. I don't know why I did black. It looked better on the screen, but I still like it. You can see it when you're holding them. But yeah, they have little weapons.
Yeah.
Poor Camille looks sad.
Little. Draven is his big ass sword. What do you know? A little
he does have a
weapon.
pretty-
I
does
guess
have a
they're little
pretty-
because they're Lego, but in proportion, it's like
Proportion-wise, yeah. I
Draven's a
have my
big ass sword.
dagger that I can't sell. So
Carissa's gonna put up a secret reward, and this is the secret, everybody.
that's
We'll tell you what it
April
is, but
29th. That's what I'm gonna do. Laurie's brilliant. So yeah.
reward.
Yeah. So it's life size.
The Kickstarter has this weird thing about putting anything that resembles a weapon, even though like there's Legos that have weapons, but anything that like that.
I had no idea. I thought they meant, it says replicas. I thought they meant like metal replicas because I was going to get a metal replica done. There was somebody at the Supernatural convention that had metal replicas of the swords from Supernatural. So I wanted to get it done. But these are 3D printed, super light. They have the Nokian, which is the intro writing. You could see the, I don't know if it'll be backwards, but the Nokian writing there. It says souls on it because it steals your soul.
Dun, dun, dun.
This is an issue 7 and 13, I think. And you can actually see in the background of 12, but no one's gonna get, is it 12? Yeah, 12. No one's gonna get that. It's just on the shelf chilling, and I was just like put it in the background.
You're like, it's just a beautiful paperweight that was
that's what it is. Yeah, it's a shelf and a nice, whatever. But he had it in the next issue, so I'm like, well, I mean, Seth did take it in 7, so where did the dagger go?
Yeah.
And so I just had it that obviously Seth would bring it to Davies. So and then Davies has it in issue 13. So I was like, yeah, put it on the shelf. Just put it on the shelf.
That's funny.
But yeah, somebody contacted me on Facebook when I had posted, oh, this is I had this on this campaign and everything, and he said mine got they canceled my Kickstarter.
The whole Kickstarter, not just the item, the whole thing.
Yeah, the whole thing for 3 days, and then I think he was able to get it back up. But still, so I said, "Oh, was it a metal replica?" He's like, "No, it was foam." And I was like, "Well, I'm just gonna go take this off then."
Foam,
foam.
Yikes! That's nuts.
Doesn't Kickstarter doesn't have any weapon?
I don't know. I haven't looked, but that's just
hunting daggers and stuff. But I can be talking out of my ass. I don't know.
I think it depends on the size and what it is. I don't know, but obviously that one
doesn't matter. People, mine is life size, so I don't know if I'm even allowed to sell that at cons. Can I sell that at cons?
I don't know.
I'll just bring it.
What, you want me to? No, that's okay. I don't have to bring out any weapons for now.
What?
Pops was like, okay, everybody play with blades. Go.
Yeah, I do want a metal replica of it because it's it's based on the Krull, the weapon, the glaive.
The glaive.
Yeah.
Then you just have to put 5 of them in your hand and be like, la la la.
Yeah, I did. I bought 4. You're right. I should have bought 5. Damn it.
Take a picture.
Yeah.
You have to play the music in the background too.
Yeah.
So the only music, it's like one song, the only song that plays in Krull over and over.
I think it's funny that every time the video plays, you sing Zombie Zombie, but you are literally the only person besides me and my co-writer and the singers that know that it's Zombie Zombie because no one else has heard the whole song. So I love that you just hear it. Zombie
like,
Zombie.
Zombie Zombie. Yeah.
So we want to do a new song per book. So technically it really should have been for book 3. So now book 3 might have to be like an apocalyptic song or something for what's going on. But
I feel you. I know I'm with you because like my short film is still not out, even though we're well past issue 4. It's like time is a thing. I don't have it. Oh, look at these giant. Oh my god!
Someone made me put them there. So yeah, they're giant.
Rob.
No, somebody in the last campaign wanted it, so I just added it to these too. So
23 covers, all 9-issue covers, plus all regular variant covers of 1 through 8 printed PDF and goodies. Holy crap.
I did that because there's been like 5 people, which I highly appreciate, by the way, that go into the add-ons and select every single back issue variant cover. So I thought this would be easier and cheaper, but no, they still go and buy from the add-on. So
I mean, 6 of one, half a dozen of the other, but that's just nuts.
well, it's
And
cheaper.
like
this
same
way.
thing, like all the covers, regular and variant, 1 through 8, printed PDF hardcover and goodies. That's just nuts. Like, did you just send them like this giant box that looks like a refrigerator can fit in there?
You should know.
Maybe not that big.
That's what you sent to yours that got lost, right? And they had to go find it.
Oh, I was so mad about that. Yeah, it was a giant ass box too.
By the
I
way,
was
did
like,
you see the Ivan
let
Tao
me see.
cover?
The what?
Ivan Tao's cover.
He
He's the artist from Marvel. He still works for Marvel. Usually I have ex creators, but this one's so
Yeah, that was
yeah.
the one you sent me, and you were like, "Can you title this?" I was like,
Nope,
"Nope."
no.
Send it right back. It's like,
I ordered
"Ah."
this in metal. So I ordered this in metal,
Ooh.
but I'm slightly really thinking of getting it in 3D. But there's so
3D.
glow in the dark. Glow in the dark.
Oh, you glow in
There
the
is
dark.
there's a red glow in the dark. So I'm just like, that would look really cool in glow in the dark.
Wow.
Oh.
We need to talk about that. I need to know where I can get glow in the dark covers.
We have glow in the dark covers and glow in the dark metal covers. And I am torn. They're kind of expensive, but I want one. I want one.
Hey, hi, Al Whip. Good day. Salute.
Chad, Carissa finds stray Marvel and DC artists and gives them money. I do.
They're
That's
starving
like my
artists, man.
goal.
They
Yeah.
need to eat too.
Ken
It's
Hunt's
like-
too busy for me now, though.
Should we play Sarah McLachlan when that happens?
Oh,
In the
definitely. Yeah.
arms of the angels. Please support your local artist today.
Show the poor artists at cons just
Yeah,
drawing.
just shaking their cans of
Yeah,
pencils
Yeah.
at you. Commission.
something like that.
Coloring
think-
book, digital.
Yeah,
cool.
there's 2 versions now, thanks to you, but I haven't printed the second one yet. So the next campaign, April 29th, you can get a printed version of the second coloring book too. Right now, it's just digital. The first coloring book is available as a print.
But that's cool. You could just print the pages yourself, though, too.
Well, a lot of why that is because I had digital artists ask me to. It would never have occurred to me to do digital. And they're like, we just want to color digital. Is like, take it, $2.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Original issue 1 PDF. Yeah. That's a piece of history right there. Salvation. I read Salvation. I liked it. I was mad at you at the end, though. I was like, you did what?
Yeah.
PDF digital download prequel issue 1 in color with Serafina with her ass out.
Yeah, it's very, as my artist says, it's very Brazilian hips. That's what he said.
Brazilian hip.
Yeah, but I am going to say that will be redone. So there's going to be 25 printed, and then you'll never be able to get that artist's version again. My artist is going to redo it at the end of this year. He's going to start doing the prequel. There's 5 issues in the prequel, so it's the most, as Laurie knows, the most heartbreaking book in the history of indie. Like it's just like nonstop torture for my poor characters.
She tells me what she's planning for these characters, and I'm just like, you are not nice. Like, if they were real people, they would wonder why they have such bad luck.
Hey, when if you ever read up on Twin Flames, the soulmate Twin Flames, there's this little thing that says they get tested. I took that one line to a whole other level.
Yeah. You're all like, hold my beer.
Yeah.
We're gonna test them until forever.
Yeah. I used to say that with my co-writer Jessica because she's my soul writer. And every time we'd get like really into the story, something would screw it up so she can't write, and she would like have withdrawals, and she hurt her wrist, and she, the computer went down or something. There's always something. So I'm just like, that's the curse. That's the curse of the soul writer. So yeah.
But hey, man, if you guys want to go do some add-ons, she's got a ton of add-ons. So not just these digitals, but of course physical stuff, stickers, magnets, coloring books, goodie pack of stickers, pins, buttons. Those are real cool ones. And we got gold-plated Anubis coins, metal trading cards, multiple sets of trading
Yeah.
cards.
And there's
Holy
one
moly.
set of all of them that I have out, except
Yeah.
for the new ones.
You can
Every
get
campaign.
all the issues, the main cover. You can get 1 through 8. All of the variants are available. You can get Anubis with either kind of staff, foam, or 3D printed. And you can download the song.
2 songs. There's 2
2
songs. You can get
songs now.
Zombie. Yeah. Zombie.
Yeah. Dang. There's just so much on here, guys. But this is why, like, poor Corissa, she launches a campaign and then we sit and we talk for 20 minutes and wait for people to start picking things, right?
Yeah, that is why, unfortunately, I don't launch live anymore. Laurie was super good at it. But the anxiety of waiting for the first pledge for my backers that don't want to miss anything and have to read every single tier to make sure that they pick it. And then they have to go read every single add-on to make sure they don't miss anything. It's like 2 days later. So yeah. So now I just let them have at it. Mondays at 6 p.m. Eastern time. So April 29th, 6 p.m. Eastern will be the next one. And then we'll be live at 8 if Laurie is available and will join me. And then we could talk about how happy I am with how it went or how sad how it went. We will see how it goes.
All the emotions.
So far, the last 2 have been funded within 2 hours. So that was good. So by the time I went live at 8, it was funded. And I'm just like, okay, good. Now I don't have to do anything about it. But yeah. Good times. My artist cracks me up. Did I tell you what my artist said? I think I told you. So my artist, which by the way has paid off tremendously, has, I think since issue 5, he went to school for drawing. For anyone that doesn't know, Jonas DaCosta, who's amazing, and you can't have him. He had never worked as a comic artist before. He was a portrait artist, and he's phenomenal at it. So I did not like his style at all because I'm like, he wrote to me and I was like, you have an amazing skill, but that's realistic, and I don't want realistic. And by that point, I have searched for months for a replacement for my other artist. And my other artist was just okay. He was the only one that kind of got my character's look through the sketch. When it went to print, it wasn't what it was in the sketch, and I didn't like it as much. But I could not find another artist. I paid thousands of dollars to find artists that made the character look like what's in my head. Like, how can they not see what's in my head? It was very disappointing. So he's like, well, are you I can do a page and show you whatever. And I said, well, I have 5 pages being done as we speak. If you have your option, you can do one for free. And I'll look at it first, or you can wait till those 5. I decline those 5 that I probably will, and then I'll pay you for a page. He's like, I'll do one for free. 24 hours.
Yeah.
Pencil, inked, colored, and lettered. 6 panels, and the characters looked phenomenal. The 3rd panel is actually my favorite pose of all time. It is my 2nd banner that's not up, but now we're putting it for a cover because I was like, we haven't used this for a cover, and that's my favorite pose, and we're going to do that. So yeah, he did it exactly how I pictured the characters in my head. And so he quit his full-time job, I think, during the 2nd issue he worked on. Ooh. And I was like, fuck. I was like, you sure about that? I was like, yeah, this is going to be great, and blah, blah, blah. So he quit his job, and then he's been working on it ever since. But I think around the 5th, this is a really short story long. At the 5th issue, he went to school. He's like, I want to learn to do the comics, properly, and how to do more digital art and more techniques and blah, blah, blah. And his art went tenfold. Like, you could tell the difference in issue 6 and 7 and on. He's just phenomenal. And I always thought he was great, but it tenfold.
That's how it just works. It doesn't matter if they're in school or not. It's like, as they continue to draw the story and get into the story, it always gets better.
So he was doing a class and he outgrew them. They were once a week. And he outgrew it. So he said, my new one is 2 times a week. And I was like, oh, fuck, that means I don't get pages for 2 times a week. So they were Thursday. The class was Thursday, Friday, and then he doesn't work Saturday and Sunday. So 4 days without pages. And I thought he'd
You
want
act like this is such a terrible thing, but
It
the
really
rest
is.
of us,
It
the
is.
rest of us have to
I
deal
don't
with
know,
that.
it's the worst thing ever. So and it makes me hate weekends. So like I literally now no longer work Mondays because I look forward to Mondays and I didn't want to work. So now I don't have to worry about that. But anyway, he says to me 2 weeks ago, I'm going to try to change my days for the next school semester because I can't stand going 4 days without drawing every week for this story. And I was like, at first I was like,
Okay.
yeah. And someone's like, oh, well, he wants to get paid sooner. I was like, no, he gets paid all at once. He just literally just does not like to not draw the story.
Yeah.
So now he's doing he's not Tuesdays and Thursdays, and then the weekend is off. So
Oh, okay. So it gives him a break during the week, but it's like he can draw Monday, Wednesday, and Friday.
Yeah. I still hate those days I don't get pages. And the sad part is I'm incredibly spoiled because
That's what I'm saying.
most people get 1 page per time. I get 3
Or
to 4
like
pages a
I
day.
usually Marco will usually do like 3 or 4 pages, but it's like
In a
once a
day?
week or no.
He does them in a day. I'm saying like so Monday.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. No, I have to wait, and I usually get pages like once a week.
Yeah. So I get pages like yesterday. I got 4 new pages, and they were
Oh,
awesome.
gosh.
We were. He's my characters are fighting zombie wolves. So yeah. And then I'm sad because today there's no pages. So tomorrow I will get 3 or 4 pages, but I don't want to wait. I just but that one's going away for a month. I'm going to have the shakes and like not be able to function.
She's gonna be going through freaking withdrawal. I made a meme of that just for Corissa, where it's like Dave Chappelle with his crackhead lips, and he's like, "You got any more of those pages?" You know?
Yeah,
that's Corissa on those days she doesn't get pages. I just want to play the dodge list because I know you're in the thick of it, and this is what you feel like right now.
Yes.
Hold on. I think I'm bleeding. Am I bleeding? Ah! 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 Nose and lips! Okay, ow. Ah! Can I... Ow! 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 Wait! Ow! 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 Please, Mr. Oh!
Very accurate. That's very accurate. Yeah.
It sucks, man.
And now and there's like I don't know. Everyone says I don't know how you find time. I just got made fun of it. They're like, how do you find time to write? I was like, I write every week, if not every day. But I can only go because I'm a co-writer. So I have to write the story and wait till my co-writer catches up, you know? So I write a chapter of 6,000 to 10,000 words, and then I got to wait till I get Draven's point of view before I move on. However, we were almost caught up. Almost. I went to her house yesterday and I spent 8 hours there, and she has just 6,000 reply left to do the ending of book 13. And then we're caught up. We were going to be caught up for the first time ever. She would have one more reply to do, which is chapter for the island, or underwater city reply. But no, I came home and was like, I got a great idea. And then I wrote out like thousands of words. So
that cracks me up because yesterday we were on the show on Monday and Chris was like, you know, when you get those good ideas and then your spouse wants to talk to you and you just are like, that's great. Can you leave?
Yeah. I was so mad because I got home and I had this idea the whole way home, driving. I'm 90 minutes from her house. So the whole way home, I'm thinking of how this is going to play out. And it's playing out in my head exactly how, like a movie, like I'm going to, all right, this has got to be this. I get home and my husband's sleeping on the couch. And like an idiot, I wake him up. I did not go straight to writing. I fucking woke him up like an idiot. So then he wakes up and of course he wants to eat dinner, stupid shit, watch TV. So we're watching it. And then I'm like, I have to get this idea out of my damn head. So I was like, why don't you go get a Shamrock Shake? It's almost over. You have to go get the Shamrock Shake before McDonald's ends. And he's like, can I wait till the end of the show? And I was like, fine. So at the end of the show, he leaves. I get on my laptop. He walks out the door, and I just got like 2 sentences done. And he comes back and he starts talking because he forgot his phone. So he's just like, "Isn't it?" And he knows I'm trying to write. And I'm just like,
Did you give him the look? Like,
I was trying to get. Yeah, look. I was yelling at him. I was like, "Stop talking."
okay, don't talk to me. I'm working.
Yeah. And he's like, "What's wrong with you?" And I was like, "I'm trying to write." He's like, "I'm leaving." And then I realized that I was on the air in 10 minutes. And I was like, "Son of a bitch." So I wrote for 10 minutes and I only got 1,000 words written. So I was all pissy. So
That was the first time you guys ended when I left the show too, because usually I'm like, bye, I have to put my kids to bed. And you guys go for like another 30, 40 minutes.
A half an hour, yeah.
Yeah. And you were like, we're gonna wrap up right now because I need to get this out of my head. And I was like, oh.
Now I think
I say goodbye after that was like,
so I stayed up.
I guess.
Yeah, I stayed up an extra half hour or whatever. I think I went to bed at midnight because Oliver had to we watched something else, and so I got 2,000 words written, so it's not that bad. And after this show, I only have one more part I can write before I can't write anymore because Draven has to get to where she is, so I can't write anymore. But I've discovered a telepathic message she can do that'll drive him crazy. So we're gonna do that just so I have something else to write.
Oh, not nice.
And then I'll have to get so yeah, we have two more gems to figure out where they are. One gem is in the underworld, and then so I got to come up with 2 more places. But I don't ever come up with anything; they just pop in my head. I'm like, I gotta write it. So
yeah, it happens that way. And I'm like you, where it's like if I'm driving and I turn off the radio and just drive, my brain will start creating. That's one of the best things I can do is just drive.
Well, I have to say, when I have to say, when I'm around my corridor, the muse is there.
Mhm.
Like, we didn't even talk about the story. We watched bad horror movies. We watched the Slothville with the sloth movie. We watched Trailer Park Shark. So we weren't watching anything truly inspiring. But every time I leave leave her place, I'm just like, oh, I have a great idea. Or I dream about it. Like I'll have a dream. And then I'll just be like, shit, that would actually be really good to do. So yeah, I don't I always think I have no ideas, and every time I come, ever since book 2, I thought I'd never have an idea again. I was like, that is the best idea I've ever had. I will never have another idea. No, book 3. After book 3, I was like, I have no more ideas. And then book 4 and 5 were written in like 2 months, and I was like, all right. And those are the longest, like 150,000 words. It's like, all right, now I don't have more ideas. This is the end of series 1. We'll do a prequel. There's nothing else I could think of. And then I was like, shit, I have the best idea ever. And then and that's the one I told you about with well, I can't say it because in the spoilers.
No, don't. I was like,
but the whole, remember I told you about the fight scene?
Mm-hmm.
That's now I have to do that one because that. So now we have 13 books finished. So
joy.
Yeah.
I was left because I was like, Carissa's gonna be that 95-year-old lady still doing indie books.
It takes that long to get them all out. I mean,
because you keep writing more.
I know, and they just keep getting better. And we just like, so the book 12, we have 13 already started. So book 12 is technically stuff that I had taken from other books. We had done short stories when we get bored. And we'll do, we had them do a Hawaiian vacation where everything goes wrong and the volcano erupts and like the stories, everything. And there's these creatures that come out of the lava. But we never really finished it and did anything with it. So we took parts from the beginning and the end of that one. And then something with the snow globe we took. And then there was the spinoff, which is Salvation, that we couldn't really use. We couldn't use that book 1, not issue 1, but book 1 because it was them as teenagers. But if you... starting at the end of that issue, it fit perfectly. So we just rearranged things, and now book 12 is literally what happens in the spin-off. So it actually worked out really well. And then of course it snowballed from there. So now it's 100,000 word story. So.
Ha.
I got, and
I don't hear Jonas complaining. So
no, he's thrilled now because originally he couldn't do the spin-off because I had so many of series 1. So he was upset. He's like, who's going to do these characters? And I was like, I don't know yet. It took like 6 months to find you. So I was looking for a short time, and then I kind of gave up. I was like, fuck it. Whatever. So then we merged the entire series spinoff into this. So now he's going to do all of them. He says as long as he's alive.
Exactly.
So
I was going to say, I don't hear him complaining. He's probably joyous.
But then I said, I still have to find somebody to do the prequel, because how would you do the prequel? So then he got upset because the prequel is the angels and the demons fighting, and he really loves the angels and the demons.
Mm-hmm.
So I said, well, I don't know. We'll see what happens. So what's going to happen now, because he's so far ahead, when he finishes book 3, I can't release book 3 till next year. So he's going to do the prequel, because then I could sell the prequel early, right? So it'll work out.
So Jonas wins. Oh, hey, it's Pops.
Is anybody else as tired as I am? These two tire me out, man. They got
sorry.
Look,
this is like our normal life.
Usually, like everybody's like, Pops has so much energy. Pops is always fired up, and then I look at you doing. I'm like, fuck, I want to go to bed. I'm just saying.
Okay.
What's up, Corissa?
Hi, Pops.
Carissa, what's
Pops is my biggest fan.
Well, I'm one of them, no doubt. That goes for both of you and most of the people in the madness. I'm a big fan of all this stuff. You know that.
Pops is the most loyal there is.
Oh, now see, I will take that.
Yeah.
He was loyal like the hour he met me. Like he's just like, what am I supposed
It was
to
just
do
my
with
favorite
2 days?
because remember the first show we had Corissa and Pops was like, when does her kicks her out? I was like, it's like 2 days. And he was like,
what am I supposed to do with 2 days?
What are we supposed to do with that? And I was like, whatever we can.
I was like, I didn't know there was something to do. Like, I didn't know there was things to do. So yeah, I did not know that.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So you guys have seen some of the stuff that Carrie's been making, right?
Mm-hmm. Eyeballs and chicken nuggets. Yeah.
Yeah, right. Okay.
Did you see the chicken nuggets?
She also made a crumb.
Oh, she did.
She made a hat for Doc, a fedora for Doc.
Oh, nice. Crocheted?
Which I have a picture of Crom wearing. You're gonna love this.
Oh, put it up.
Well, I'm loading them all up. I want to go through them one at a time. Okay.
No, now.
and she sent one last night because she made one because me and Les, she thinks we have a hard time pronouncing the word horror. You know?
Oh, is that what she could put something in the chat about that?
Yeah. Okay.
Sounds
so
like horror.
Yeah. It's
I was like,
horror.
I don't know if I want to talk about that.
It's horror. Right?
I'm a horror.
So I guess Les and I have a problem pronouncing the word or something, and she gives us a hard time about it. She said we sound like a seal when we're saying horror. Right? Nice. So then
That's
she
funny.
went and made a little Les Pops, not Les Paul guitar, but a Les Pops seal.
Oh, you're going to seal. That's
Sorry, that's amazing.
Yeah. Yeah.
They made the hat.
There's the eyeball. That's Ellie's eyeball.
There's Ellie's eyeball.
Nice.
Now, this is Crom with this blunt. He's good to go, right? Okay.
He looks
But
like
now-
one of those yip yaps from Sesame Street.
Yeah.
Yip, 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 yip,
And
yip.
there he is with Doc's hat on.
Nice.
He's
She
so
also
cute,
made-
Carrie.
I give her full on credit because I tried to crochet, and granted I only gave it 2 days, but I will never touch it again. So
I remember that when you got like those wobble.
I bought
wobble-
everything you could get.
And she was like,
yeah,
I'm
no.
making this thingy. And I was like, yeah.
You're like, yeah.
And you were like, I quit. And I'm like, for real? It sounds like Pops is saying horror, not horror. The more he tries, the more he sounds like a seal.
Okay,
Nice.
now I have to tell you something, Al. If
Al?
you are watching this show on the Madness Comic news feed, then you cannot comment. But if you
Oh.
actually click on the video, it'll open a different window and you can watch it. And there is a chat window there, and you can type in comics that we will see. I've already done this. I've proven this to be true. So if you actually click on the video in the news feed, it'll open up in a second window with a chat screen.
Ah, that's
You
okay.
can comment on Twitter. And if you do, look, I'll even do it. Hold on. I'll just go do it. Why talk
I
about
was going to say there's a ton of people watching on Twitter, which is great.
There are. Now, see, I'm about to make a comment on Twitter that Laurie is going to see in her chat.
Hey, yo.
Hey,
There it is.
Well, I'm telling you, Twitter is coming up, and I've been getting views 4 to 1 on Twitter compared to everything else combined. 4 to 1 on Twitter. So, yeah, if you're really trying to get seen and you're trying to get eyes on what you're doing right now, you need to be doing it on with people that are broadcasting on Twitter, because you're going to get views 4 or 5 to 1 compared to YouTube, Twitch, and everything else combined. It's fun. I like it.
Corissa, Carrie says that she bought yarn and she gave up after a few weeks and then tried again. It's just you need the right tutorials. And that's how I say is you just gotta find.
I went to a class. My fingers do not have the organizational skills to do the crochet. And
I found that the best way to do is watch YouTube tutorials, because you could rewind it, watch it again and again and again. If you get stuck.
Right now we got like 40 people watching, and 2 of them are watching on Facebook now. That's what I mean. It's like,
I just want to remind people as well that when it comes to things like this, where independent creators are running a campaign, this is how we get to continue making cool stuff, new concepts, things that haven't been done before. So it is so important that you
and Laurie's show gets the hit for the KC and the Sunshine Band.
Darn it. Well, it's only 10 seconds, so hopefully it won't.
Oh no, YouTube will still hit us for that one. It'll be, this video cannot be monetized unless you go mute that out. Unless you mute out that 10 seconds.
We can mute it. Let's mute it, for Pete's sakes.
Well, I ain't worried about it. I'm just saying it's, it's just those. As soon as I got monetized on YouTube, I started getting all those emails that say this one can, this one can't, right? Yeah. And how you can fix it. Okay, if it's one that they won't allow, then you have to go mute something or trim something out or whatever in order for the video to be monetized. I didn't used to get those.
It's like, oh, then we got to change up our ads here, man. Bummer.
Yeah, I know they're not aware of it now. That's why I'm telling people when I'm on here, I tell them you got to click. You can see it in your news feed and you can't comment. But if you click on it, then you have a window where you can actually comment. You just got to, it's right. People don't know. You got to make them aware.
Jada in Stitches is good to learn crochet from.
I was able to do the basic line, but once you get to the next level, I was like, fuck this. So
yeah,
it's hard when I think plushies are probably one of the hardest things to crochet. That you should be.
I could crochet. I was able to knit the scarf with no problem because it's just the same thing. As long as I don't screw up. I don't know how to fix it. So, but
you don't know how to go backwards.
I don't know how to go backwards. I don't know how to go back and like undo that one thing and start. No.
You have to rip it out and go back and then keep going forward. But yeah,
knit all the time at night, sitting in front of the show, watching the Tonight Show, like 10 o'clock at night after the news. She'd be watching Johnny Carson. She'd be knitting. Every now and then, I'd be sitting next to her, I'd be reading or whatever, and every now and then I'd hear her go, and then I'd see
yarn.
Oh yeah, we're just pulling it out and going backward. And I was like, oh, did you mess up, Mom? Oh.
Worse with knitting because the knitting goes on, the needle. So crochet, you're building the loops as you go. So you could pull out a bunch and then there's just one loop that you stick the hook back through. But when you're knitting and you pull a bunch of yarn out, then you got to put your needle back through like 45 loops and it's annoying.
Did I tell you the fight I got in with the teacher? So she was the store. It wasn't a big fight, but she
with the crochet teacher. You got into a fight with the crochet teacher.
A slight fight. So she owned the store, so I had to buy the yawn there. And of course, she picks like the most expensive yawn for me to practice on. So I'm doing the thing and I'm having problems when I change the levels and whatever. So I said, yeah, I keep missing which one to go through or whatever. And she's like, mark it with a marker. And I was like, I can't, because then when I practice next time, it'll screw me up. She goes, well, then cut it. And I was like, I can't cut it. It's super expensive. And she's like, it's only $10. And I was like, then it should be free if it's only $10 and you can just give it to me. Like, if it's only $10, what is the big deal? So that shut her up. But I was just annoyed the fuck. She's like, it's only 10. She said it like 3 times. It's only $10. It's not that expensive. And I was like, it is expensive when it's probably going to go nowhere. And I bought all this shit because that's what I do.
It's only $10. Just cut it up and throw it away. It's only $10.
If it's just $10, then why are you charging me if it's just $10? And whatever. I get hyper.
Yeah, I was like, you just gonna torch a $10 bill or?
Yeah. So, but apparently, as my friend said, I went to lunch with my friend. She said I get hyper. What is it? Hyper focused. It's not focused, but it's the word like that.
For fixation.
A hyper fixated. Yeah, fixated on it. So she goes, I just found out that I'm ADHD, and I think you should get checked out for being ADHD. And I was like, why? I was like, why would I do that? She goes, because most dyslexics are ADHD. And I was like, but I'm perfectly happy with how screwed up I am. It works perfectly for me. Yeah. Like, it's my benefit to be hyperfixated on whatever the fuck I'm working on.
Like, at this point,
she's like, yeah, she's like, you get so hyperfixated. I was like, yeah, that's how I get 10,000 words written. I don't need to worry about this shit.
Yeah.
So then she sends me a link.
Glenn,
did they have a different picture this time? But
I'm just laughing. He's just being silly. Glenn is funny. He makes me laugh.
So
yeah, but I think we had a conversation about that too, and I was like, "What? You're gonna start taking meds now?" And it's like, I don't do that. It's like,
no, but it's just funny. She's sending me all these links. She's sending me all these links, and I was like, "Why would I fix something that's not broken?"
Delete, delete, delete,
yeah.
delete.
But I will tell you, I did watch one because of her. I clicked the link, and now, of course, YouTube thinks I'm ADHD. But so one, there was a list of how you know you're ADHD, and it kind of fit. But there was this one thing that does, and I didn't know this was part of that. I thought this was something someone does. If I wear something for like, I just go out. You know me, I don't like to leave my house. If I just go out to eat and come back and I take off my clothes, I save it in a pile. I'm gonna wear it again. Like I wore it for like an hour. So it said I have a pile of clean stuff. And I was like, what's wrong with the pile of clean stuff? Like, I only own like 5 things to wear. Like, what is the big deal? So yeah. I didn't know that was part of that. But
is it? I don't know. I've never heard of that.
I don't know. Maybe they're just pulling it out of their ass. I don't know. But I have no problems being whatever the hell I have or whatever. I was like, it's working in my favor. And I know somebody that was, granted, theirs was really bad. They were bipolar, I think. Bipolar or something bad. And no, I know, but they had that, and they were this amazing artist. And whenever they were on their meds, they could not do anything. Like his artwork could win awards. He was in art contests. Well, this was high school. He was really young. But whenever he was on his meds, he could not do any art. And I was like, that's got to be the worst thing ever. Do you want to be sane and functional, or do you want to do amazing art?
Because
I'm pretty sure you want to do amazing art.
And I'm pretty sure going on and off the meds isn't good for you too. So it's
no, I took care of somebody that was bipolar, extreme bipolar. And I actually had it under control through, believe it, I'm not recommending this to anybody, but there's an herbal version of lithium. It's not lithium that you get like the processed stuff. It's lithium ornate, and it's a mineral that is the only mineral on the planet to repair dead brain cells, and it actually can repair your memory. So I had them on that and on a couple of beats. I did a lot of research, and he did phenomenal for like 2 years. And he couldn't have credit cards before because he would, they have a manic spending. He couldn't do anything. But this is one thing that totally fucks up everything I did. You cannot change their environment. They have a very hard time if you change it. And my now husband had moved in. It was a boyfriend first that had moved in, and that change alone got him to like drink and got him to stop taking the meds I had for him. And all my meds were all natural, but he was like rebelling, I guess.
Yeah.
And he went so off the wall that not only did we have to kick him out, he wound up in like Bellevue. Like he was like, and they called me because he was found in like New York City. We're in Connecticut. He was found in New York City barefoot in churches and stuff, like manic. And he almost killed me in the car. We almost ran into a tree. So all this stuff, but it worked so well. I'm glad.
What are you laughing at? It's like a tragic story, and Pops is over there cracking up.
We almost ran into a tree. That's funny. Running into a tree, not so.
Well, it wasn't funny at the time, but
it's funny when the guy acts, driving like an a-hole and almost kills you.
But but after experiencing that, I can understand why the other one wanted to do the art. I just don't know why someone would take meds if their life is functional. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like if you're not functional, then
it's
yeah,
different.
Yeah. He couldn't hold the job. He couldn't keep a credit card. But I mean, he would run out of gas because his mind just doesn't think that way. But if my life is so functional, now she's on. She's like, well, I'm going to therapy. Magically, her therapist found the ADHD. But I was like, no, I'm good. I think she was upset that I embraced the madness and the chaos. Whatever this is.
Did you say magically her therapist found you?
No, found that she had ADHD, meaning she never had that problem ever in her life. And then the therapist's like, oh, you have ADHD. I just think that people get overdiagnosed. I'm not saying she doesn't.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, I'm a Gen Xer. We didn't have anything. So
they're like, your kid can't sit still at school. That's it.
You had two different
Thank
options. When I was a kid, there was two options. Your parents either put you on Ritalin, or whoop your ass.
Yeah,
it was one or the other. It was the kid.
Yeah,
and one worked. Okay, the whooping your ass got your attention. I'm just saying. You settled right down in your chair and did what you were supposed to do.
All my mom would have to say is wait till we get home. Like, because if I was acting up, she's like, just wait till we get home, and you shut the fuck up. There's just nothing.
You see, you didn't need no medication. You needed a parent.
No, it was the first set. There's two sets of millennials. There's my husband's millennials where they work hard, but they do have the weird tendencies that more millennials have. And then you have the other millennials that are a little bit more wussy. And then Gen Z is like, I don't know what's going on with Gen Z. But anyway,
oh my gosh.
But my husband's like the first generation they pill you for everything. Like he was on meds because he was crazy and hyper. And that was their solution for everything. Adderall, Ritalin, whatever.
I told you these two.
You've been around Corissa long enough. She can go. She's good.
Yes.
But you know what? It is that time. I just want to give out, one more reminder to everybody that Path of the Pill Writer has 55 hours to go. Hop over there, and when you're done, go over to Worthy Chaos and show it some love.
8 more backers. We need another poker card, yo.
I know we'll get it. I think we'll get it as long as the cancellations stay at bay. But I think we can get one more poker card for sure. But show some love to Corissa Grant and her, her beautiful, well thought out, well merchandised campaign. And remember that the books are already done. As soon as the
right here
campaign closes, she just basically starts fulfilling. So there is very little wait. Ta-da! There they are.
This is the there you go.
Yep.
This would be 9. So
yep.
And I used to not print the variants. And see, he's got the hardcover.
Look what I'm reading right now as I get ready for the next one to show.
Yeah, it's like I do that too, Pops, where I go back and I grab all my floppies and everything. But now I can just
now I can just leave my floppies alone. I know.
Yes.
No, yes.
Yeah, for 1 through 7, you can just read the hardcover, which is so cool. Corissa, tell everybody where they can find you. I'm going to throw up that the link one more time so everybody can see it.
You can just search Worthy Chaos anywhere. The easiest way to find me is there's a lovely link right there. However, you can just search Worthy Chaos on Kickstarter, and then you will find all the thousands of campaigns we have done. We always have something in pre-launch or live, no matter what. We already have issue 10. It's not in pre-launch, but it's approved. So all I have to do is hit go. And that'll be April 29th. This one ends next Thursday, the 28th, and then Friday I'm off and we'll start shipping. So good times. Yeah. Fill out your surveys fast because that's the
Please.
only thing that delays my shipping is
I know.
no address. If you but the regular people, I ship them before they even do the survey. So if you move,
Well, I mean, you're already in the system, yeah.
And Laurie's already getting hers. So
I was kind of hoping that you guys were paying attention to what I was saying
Never.
in the chat last night about when your campaign ends.
Oh, the payment, yeah.
You want it to end the day after payday when everybody's got
Mine
money.
was supposed to be on Friday, and I miscalculated it, so it's ending on a Thursday.
Start there and then count backwards to your launch. You know what I mean?
It usually is right. I did something wrong this time, so it ended on a Thursday. But usually I have it end on like a payday or end of the month.
Saturday is the best day for it to end. Friday or Saturday.
So yeah,
they got money. There's money in their account. The Kickstarter's hitting their account the next day. They got money in their account.
Mm-hmm.
Do you see what I'm saying? It's just the way I've always thought of it. You start at payday or the day after payday and count backwards 30 days. Start the campaign there.
I don't do 30 days.
28, whatever. You know what I'm saying. However, just you want it to end when people have money. You don't want to get that card declined. You want to get that it went through because they got money in their account.
Thanks, Carrie. I appreciate it. Thank you for coming. Thank you for everybody that was in the chat. Glenn, you're hilarious. Thanks for hanging out for the entire show, Al. And everybody else that's watching right now. There's a ton of people watching on Twitter. We love you.
Watching this show right. 61 people watching this show live right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Laurie's entertaining. What can I say?
You can find me again every Tuesday here with a indie comics creator, guest, a writer, artist, team, novelist, a ventriloquist. We've had all of these. So continue to tune in to see what's popping in indie. Remember, these are the people that are creating what's coming next, the new hottest thing. This is how you get in the know, is you watch shows like this one and all the shows that are on the madness. If you are a podcaster, get in touch with us. We have a spot for you. If you want to be a part of Path of the Pale Rider, we also have a Facebook group where all the shenanigans happen. Make sure you're in there because we're going to start voting on how we dismember a pineapple. Go ahead, Pops.
Lou, she says she can't find it. Click on the video that you're looking at in your newsfeed. Click on the video.
And then it should open in another box with a chat.
It will take you to a separate window that opens a chat box. I'm just saying, it's it's there. It's just clicking on it. I mean, everybody sees it in their newsfeed and they just watch and they think they can't get involved. But once they realize they can click on it and then they can comment and stuff from Twitter, it's going to blow up even more, guys.
Mm-hmm.
Just saying, it's going to blow up even more. So, she can't even find it in her newsfeed. You got to look for Laurie. You got to look for mine, the Madness Comic. The Madness Comic.
I think it's on my Twitter too, but either one is fine.
Oh, yeah, it's on Laurie's too. Yeah.
Yeah, it's on both Twitters.
But
anyway, catch us next week. And in the meantime, make sure you are awesome to each other. And don't forget, kiss your babies. And we'll catch you next time. What's that?
Doc had no guests for tomorrow. Somebody wants to go on the show tomorrow. Doc needs a guest. I'm just throwing it out there. Okay.
Good to know. All right, guys. We'll catch you next week. Bye.
Comic Books for Kids provides comic books to kids in hospitals and cancer centers across the U.S. It's a place where we can all work together to make sure every child has a comic book. 100% of all proceeds go towards the kids. It's about making a difference, and while they're in the hospital, allowing them to fly like a superhero, battle dragons, or rescue teddy bears. We are in every state in the country and now support over 160 hospitals. Every month, we add more.